Hey, credit heroes, never give up on your dreams. Despite being denied over and over, this credit hero never stopped reaching for her dreams, and now she runs a very successful credit repair business. Today we have a special guest, Therese Tsague. She's the owner of Credit Care of DMV. And Therese is going to explain how she went from humble beginnings in a new and foreign country to building a very successful credit repair business with over 700 clients. So you better stick around.
My name is Daniel Rosen, and welcome to Credit Repair Business Secrets.
Our most successful credit heroes, the ones who make a great living and make a massive impact, they really care about helping people and changing lives. Our guest today is going to share how she was able to take her credit issues and turn them into a six-figure business. So please welcome to the podcast, Therese Tsague. Hey, Therese.
Thank you so much, Daniel. Thank you for having me. I'm so grateful. I'm glad to see you finally, to get to talk to you.
I'm so excited to meet you. And I want to know everything about you, but let's start with, where did you grow up?
I grew up in Cameroon. I got here 5 years ago in 2019. And I didn't know how to speak a word in English. I learned the whole thing here. My first language is French.
Amazing. And what was life in Cameroon like? Very different than here, I would assume.
Way more different. Here, there's a lot more opportunities. I mean, that's why we actually go out of the country for. So there's a whole difference.
Sure, it's the land of opportunity. Now, how much of a culture shock was it to move to the U.S.?
Culture shock. Yeah, it was very different. The toughest part was communicating with people. Going to the store, you can't go to the grocery shop. You gotta have Google to make sure what you say a complete stranger in front of you can understand you. It was very, very difficult. The best part though is there's a possibility to actually learn. The more you practice, the more you try to speak, learn, the more you get it.
Amazing. I want to know what led you to credit repair, but first I want to know what your life was like before credit repair.
Before credit repair, it all started as soon as I got here in 2019. I got here pregnant, by the way. I gave birth the same year. My mom took an apartment. She used my social security. She used my sister and brother's social security. And she got this apartment where we will all live together. Personally, I moved out like a year after. As soon as I came, I moved out, and they stood there for some. So when COVID hit, she moved out too. But the mistake she did, it seems like she did not give her updated address to her leasing office, and it seems like she had a bill to pay. Then she wasn't aware of the bill. She did not pay the bill. Next thing, it hit all our credit report. My credit, my brother credit, we was all in a mess.
Wow.
So personally, I found out when I wanted to rent an apartment. When I left the house, I was renting a room with my 2-year-old daughter in someone apartment. So later on, I wanted to rent my own apartment, and then when I go to apply for the apartment, I found out that, hey, this is a $10,000 collection sitting on my credit report. I was going, where is it coming from? Then they start explaining me, show me the original creditor, and then I make my research, and I found out that, in fact, the original creditor was the apartment where I was living when I first got here. It was very, very devastating. Like, how am I going to get an apartment? Next thing, I had a friend that helped me with his social security. He got an apartment. We shared the apartment, and I was determined to get that figure out, to get that fixed, to clean my credit. So I started making research. So by making my research, I found out that owning a real estate, a house, buy real estate, is that's kind of the fastest way to, not the fastest, but the safest way to grow wealth in the United States. So I
Sure.
put in mind that I have to get my house. And I know if I couldn't get an apartment with that dirty credit, I would have never get the house in that situation. So my main focus was to get my credit fixed. Now, next thing, I was online, Google, making research, trying to find ways to get my credit fixed. I got to learn a lot online. I bought a course that basically teach me how to get my credit fixed, which I did. And when I get my credit fixed, while I was making my research, I found out that there's a lot of people in need. A lot of people out there that need credit repair, credit assistance. I saw the need on the
Hmm.
marketplace. And then I decided to, try something new, like help other people when I was able to do kind of fix my own credit, purchase my house, that came all the confidence. I was like, oh, I can do this for myself. Then that means I can do that for others.
Amazing. But how did you first start to turn credit repair into a business? What led to having the business? How did you get the first clients? Tell me about that.
The first client, I know I have a mentor, like I would call him a mentor because he's the one that kind of give me the idea of having my own business. His name is Easy. He's a real estate agent, and he was talking to me too about what he was doing. He wanted me to come and work with him, like come in real estate. Therese, this is a great place. You can do this. And actually, at the time, I was seeing his number. He was actually making a lot, like by selling a lot of houses. He was telling
Hmm.
me the percentage of real estate agent, what they get. I was seeing the potential in that. Then when he presented that to me, I liked the idea, but I did not have the passion for real estate at the time. And then I remember that, hey, Therese, right? Remember you fixed your credit, you bought your house, you did that, and you saw the need in the marketplace. Why don't you start credit repair? Why don't you start something like that? Why don't you help other people? Because you experienced it, you saw how hard it was for yourself. That's something that you can actually go through with all the motivation, with all the knowing what it is to go through that. You can actually assist people. So that's how everything started. And I called him. I was like, I was driving home. I had a job at the time, and I called him. I was like, I find what to do. He was like, what? I said, credit repair. He was so surprised, like, credit repair, are you sure? I was like, yeah, I think that's what I want to do. That's what I can talk with confidence. That's what I find the passion in. I think I want to help other people to get out of this situation because I believe there are people out there that have no idea that they can even get out of the situation. And that's how I got started into credit repair.
And now you're teamed up with a realtor, so I'd imagine he's probably turning away a lot of people because of credit issues.
My first client, I basically got them from him. And at the beginning, I was offering free services too. I was trying to kind of show to people that, hey, I did it for myself. Do not pay me. Let me do the job for you. If it's something that you saw value into it, then you can reward me as you want. Yes, that's actually how I got my first client.
Amazing. What were some of the biggest obstacles you faced when starting this business, and how'd you overcome them?
The biggest obstacle that I faced when I started the business, I'm not a tech person in general. I'm very slow there. And as I was explaining you, the first 2 months in business, that was 2 years ago, I didn't know about your software. So I started everything manually when I was just getting started. Then I get to make some research because me going through the credit repair industry, I knew I need to master the understanding of the industry. So I was online making research, trying to learn about my industry. Then I find you. When I find you, I saw what you was offering. You was a huge help to my whole career. They are asking me every day, how did you do to grow so fast? And I'm telling them that it's Danielle Rosen. Why? Because of your video. What you are doing right now, what we are doing right now, it was
Mhm.
so helpful. I went through all the Millionaire Club videos, every single each of them. I
Wow.
listened step by step to all what they was throwing out as gems, strategies, tricks, what you should do before. That's how I was able to actually grow. And now the biggest issue I faced was that tech part where I needed to put in automation in my business. 9 out of 10 of all the video I was listening to your podcast, they were saying how important the automation part is. Try
Sure.
to figure out that first, Therese. And the client was keep coming. The more client I was getting, the more difficult it was to handle them with no automation process in place. And I basically also lost some client because of that. So I will highly recommend it. That's the thing that a credit repair specialist company, they gotta start from here, even at with the very first client. So yeah, that's where I was kind of stuck.
And it's working. You now have
Yeah,
over 700 clients, which is incredible.
I'm telling you.
Congratulations on that. Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
I took a deep dive into all your social media. You're really good with personal branding. What are your secrets to building a credit repair brand from scratch? Because you're really, really good at it.
The best thing I will advise people out there to do is to I mean, put yourself out there. Just put yourself out there. Share with your audience all what you are actually doing. Be consistent is very, very important. And make sure you share valuable information. Make sure you share information that people want to learn about, that people need. Why would I follow someone on social media? Like as a regular person, why scrolling on social media? Why will I follow a page? And when I answer that question, I answer, I will follow. I 9 out of 10 of people that I follow is people that give me information, people that feed me with knowledge. Then when I answer that question, that's where I grow. I have about 12 to 14 posts going out every single day. At the beginning, I was
Wow.
doing it on my own. Yes. And all what I post on my page, I also repost it on my stories. And at the beginning, I was doing it myself, but now I have a team. I have people that actually assist me and help me with that. But just post. Like post every single thing. Everything matters.
Well, clearly it's working because you have 187,000 followers on Instagram, which is really incredible. Yeah, I was very impressed looking at all your posts. Amazing. Yeah, you're a really good learner. And you do have a team, you said. How big is your team?
We are now 14.
What's
Mhm.
your advice for growing and scaling a team?
I have a weekly meeting with my team, and I request each of them to go through the week with a notebook where they will put down all the issues they encounter during the week while working. And each of them need to submit it a day before the meeting. We go through all the issue together during the meeting, and we find a solution together. So I call them a partner. So when I work with them, I tell them, "All you guys are my partner. We are on this together. I don't consider you all as employees. We work together as a team, and we are going to get this done together." So take them as family, work with them as a team, understand each of their need, like check on them, make sure they are fine. It's not all about work. If they come to you with a personal issue, try to get back to them later on and ask them how you went. So I would say communication, be patient, understand them, and listen to your team in general. Listen to them.
Very, very smart. Now, here's a question. With so many clients, More than 700 clients is a lot to manage. What's your secret to keeping them engaged and committed throughout the credit repair process?
What we do, we make sure we communicate with them a whole lot from the sales to the graduation out of the program. I always tell them up front, my goal is to make sure that you get out of this company with the best credit, and I don't want to see you ever again. I don't want you to come back. But what we do, we help them fix their credit. We also educate them and make sure they receive that education. Hey, this is round one. Your letter has been sent. We are expecting result. We kind of communicate with them. Communication is the key with their client. They gotta make sure you set the expectation from the beginning. Let them know what they should expect from when they will get result, so that they don't come to disturb you during the process, or say that you made false promise. So it's kind of communication is the key, Daniel. Communication is the key.
Very, very smart. And in your experience, what are some of the biggest challenges people face when trying to repair their credit?
People assume that to get your credit fixed, it's all about paying off your debt. So I've got a whole lot because I used to advertise even on supermarket. I have flyers that I go out and pass to client places like Walmart, places where I will find a lot of people. Then when I will give my flyer, I will get like, this is a scam. Like, you just have to pay your debt. That's all. And the problem with this is that they don't understand, if you have a charge off or a collection, even when you pay off that balance, that doesn't mean that the negative item, the delinquency, will be removed from your credit report. It won't be removed. It will still stay there and it will still hurt you. Another aspect of this is people said, to get your credit, okay, just focus on paying your bill on time. Paying your bill on time is only 35% of your credit score calculation.
You're
What
right.
about your credit utilization, which is 30%? What about your credit age? 15%. What about credit mix? So you will focus on 35% and put aside 55% of your credit score calculation. All that matter. So for me, it's all about considering all that, learning what is part of your credit score calculation, and work on all the four. So that's kind of the big misconception that people have about credit, I think.
I love it. Can you share one of your most impactful success stories of a client whose life was changed through your services?
The best, most successful story that I will talk about, not because it's most successful story, but because for me it means a lot. It was a young woman, mother of four, living in her car with her children. I can relate to that because I have a daughter, and I don't imagine, like, I see how hard it is to not be able to provide for those little, like, taking care of them. So basically, she was in that situation. Why? Because her credit was damaged, completely messed up, and she had nowhere to go. She even had no idea that credit repair is something that can be done. I met her while I was in a store passing my flyer, and she took the flyer. She asked me question. I explained her what it was. Then she talked to me about her situation. I told her I can help her, and I did it for free. At the time, I was already taking I was taking client. I was having client already, but I did that for her for free. I was able to help her, and we get her credit fixed till she got her apartment. That's not the big win people sometimes, I mean, compared to what I've done, getting people houses, getting people, let's say, starting a business, getting fund to grow their business. This was little, but it was way more valuable for me. Like, I felt valuable. Like, I felt like, yeah, I'm here for a purpose. I can help people, like, not being in the hospital, helping us people that are sick. That's not only the way out to give your service to society. credit repair, getting that woman out of the situation, that was a win for me. That was a big win for me, Daniel.
Amazing. How important are client referrals and testimonials for your business?
Very, very important, Daniel. I would say is key because I give, even to my VAs, I give bonus for that. If you are able to get a review from a client, you get your bonus. All of them know. So the whole team is working on that. It's very, very important. I do two type of review. I take videos and I take Google reviews. I have shirt for the company, just like your Credit Hero shirt. So when a client graduates out of the program, we send the shirt to their address. They make a video for us and we post it on our site. I don't step a day without posting a video review or a comment review on my page. Always. It's very, very important because people actually want to see that you were able to help others. You did that before. Some people find satisfaction through your services. So it's very, very important.
I love it. What's one piece of advice you'd give to someone who wants to fix their credit?
The one piece of advice I would give to someone that want to fix his credit is make sure you know what you are doing. Do not just wake up and go to listen to one video and send out, take any letter out on social media, send out to the credit bureau. Make sure you know what you're doing because the process matter. If you start the wrong way, you may never be able to remove that negative item from your credit. It's a process. Credit repair is a process. I would say learn, educate yourself from YouTube video, Google video, but make sure you have the right information. Do not just go ahead and apply anything out there. Try to educate yourself from the best, especially Daniel Rosen. He's the best. He have a software for that. He's offer it for free. He have the credential, the all what you need to see that it's somebody that have done for other that been doing. So just learn from people like that.
What's your advice for someone who wants to start a credit repair business?
A whole lot of people out there that have no idea that they can get their credit fixed. So they need you. Start as soon as possible. And when you start, make sure you use Credit Hero because they are so helpful. They have everything detailed for you. The Credit Hero challenge is there to guide you in what to do, how to get your first client. Everything is laid out. I'm telling you, till today, I'm still going sometime to do this video and look at it once again. Your social media page, the software, all that really helped me to elevate my business. I won't recommend it enough.
Wow. Well, this is really awesome to hear. This is really incredible. I'm so glad to see it's paid off. I'm so proud of you.
Daniel. You are changing life out there, Daniel. Just keep up. Never stop.
We're both changing lives. Hey, so I want to switch gears right now, and I want to ask you a few very rapid questions and answer with the first thing that pops into your head, okay? Okay. What's your business superpower?
My business marketing.
What's your business kryptonite, which is the area you had to work hardest to improve?
Tech, automation.
What does business ownership mean to you?
Freedom.
What drives and motivates you?
My child and the people in the world.
What's your definition of success?
My definition of success is being able to do whatever I want when I want. Be free. That's my definition of success.
If you could go back in time and give yourself one piece of advice, what would it be?
I wish I would have started earlier. Like, I would have said, Therese, stop going, leaving the child to the babysitter the whole day. Get started with that business. There are people out there that need you. I would have started earlier.
And do you have any other advice for someone just starting out with a credit repair business?
The best advice I can give to someone starting with a credit repair business is go in with the willing to help. If you can do that and do it well, you will have a whole lot of people there for you, willing to pay you however you want to just get their service. So go there with that spirit of helping.
That's really good advice. I believe that too. How can people find your products and reach out to you?
They can find us on our website. The name is creditcareofdmv.com. They will see our reviews, what people say about us. They can also find us on Google, our page. They can get our services from there. We are more than happy to assist any of them.
Well, thank you so much for your time today, Therese. It was great to meet you. This was a lot of fun. Was it fun for you?
Yeah, it was fun for me. Thank you so much for having me, Daniel. I appreciate that.
I appreciate you. And for everyone out there watching and listening, if you have a question or a comment, drop it down below because I read each and every one of them. I would love to hear from you and I'll respond as soon as I can. And if you want to learn more about building a successful business, check out my video on Credit Repair Business 101. And if you'd like to improve your credit score and learn how to earn extra income repairing credit for others, check out my brand new Start Repairing Credit Challenge. Doors are closing soon and it is completely free. So sign up right now at startrepairingcredit.com and keep changing lives.